This is another episode of the Godless Anti-Theist, bringing you some godless truth so that you might see the abundant opportunity all around you to be good, for goodness sake. You know, I hate when I'm asked by a Christian, well, have you read the Bible? Like I'm required to read the Bible to know that it's bullshit. I don't have to read about Santa Claus to know that Santa Claus is bullshit. I'm over 2 years old. And after 2 years old, when someone told me that a man flies in a sleigh pulled by flying reindeer, I don't have to hear anything else or read anything else about Santa Claus to know Santa Claus is bullshit. Okay? Got it? And we always go on, us atheists. We're so willing to let them dominate us that we say, of course we've read your Bible. A recent poll said that atheists know more about the Bible than Christians, and that most Christians don't know fuck about their Bible. They have no idea. Most Christians haven't even read their own Bible. So fucking what? You know, why don't we atheists, when the Christian goes, well, have you read the Bible? You need to read the Bible. Well, when they come out against evolution, we should whine, well, have you read Charles Darwin's Origin of the Species? And what is their reply? No, but I know that we didn't come from monkeys. See, it's very simple for them. So all you got to say when they say, have you read the Bible? Is all you got to say is, no, but I know that there's no magical man who lives in the sky. There it is. No reading required. Oh, we atheists, we're big on facts. And in case you just haven't noticed, Christians don't give a fuck about facts, especially the ones that don't support their point of view. You see, they have a saying, the Bible said it, God did it, that settles it. And that does settle it. No more discussion. Now I know that Matt Dillahunty used to be a Christian, Aaron Rod used to be a Christian, and that Christians are not hopeless. But what are you going to do? Speak to maybe 10,000 Christians and get one convert? Oh, the converts may be increasing. But are we really turning Christians into atheists? Or is it simply people who really have been questioning Christianity and aren't really Christians anyway? Perhaps our efforts needs to be where I think it needs to be, and where many people think it needs to be, and where I'm focusing my efforts is on getting the atheist to admit and come out of the closet. The best example, and you can tell this over and over again because it's still true and it's always going to be true, the only time that women started getting respect, the only time that blacks started getting any kind of respect, the only time that gays started getting any kind of respect in our society was when they grew a backbone and stood the fuck up instead of shutting the fuck up. When you're with 20 Christians at a backyard barbecue and they start their Christian bullshit, get yourself in there. And if they tell you to leave, or if they don't invite you back, they're not the kind of people you want to hang around with anyway. And I bet you within 25 to 50 miles, you'll find at least one more atheist. I think we need to start forming atheist clubs. I'd rather drive an hour and a half to 2 hours on a weekend to go to a place where there's atheists meeting than to watch TV. I know people who drive 100 miles to go to a restaurant they heard about. I know people who drive 100 to 150 miles to go to an amusement park on the weekend. I know people here where I live in southern Indiana, St. Louis is a couple hundred miles away. They drive to St. Louis, the big city, and have their weekend there. Rented a hotel. So why not go to someplace like St. Louis or wherever, 100, maybe even 200 miles away from you, and visit with people like yourself. And rest assured, if we would do this, that eventually the people in your own area would wake up, would hear, and maybe anonymously post things out in your community about this group that's meeting 150, 200 miles away, maybe 2 or 3, 4, 5 hours away. And by them seeing that there's people in other places getting together every weekend and communing as atheists, eventually those atheists in your area will grow a backbone, and you'll be able to start or join a newly formed atheist group in your own backyard. That's the purpose. And you may not want to do it. I wouldn't recommend just coming out of the closet and trying to start your own club. Find a place where there's an atheist getting together every, let's say, weekend or every other weekend or once a month, and go there, get to know those people, and maybe you can even say, I'm thinking about forming a club in my own community. Why don't you guys drive down and add to the membership, add to the audience, to the proceedings by driving down, spending the weekend in my community. Help me build this club up. There's all kinds of exciting, innovative, and active things that we godless people can do. Find a community of atheists, maybe 2 or more. That's all, or maybe one person in another town, certain mileage away, that you can get together with on maybe a monthly basis or a weekly basis. Maybe you'd want to get together weekly for 6 weeks, and then every other weekend, then every once a month, or maybe every other weekend you drive to the person community, and then the next weekend they drive to yours. There's all kinds of ways that we can help each other come out of the closet and make our numbers known. We're out there, and we need to meet, because you see what happens. Christians are meeting every Sunday, and those Christians that are meeting, it may be only 5% of Christians in your community, maybe only 1% of the Christians in your community. But rest assured, those Christians meeting at the church are the ones who are active, the most active, and they're the one running the show in your Christian community, amongst your Christians. These people set the agenda, the churchgoers, the ones that are saying they're Christian and not going to church. They really don't give a fuck. It's the ones meeting, and we need to do the same. We need to have a counter answer And remember, the counter answer is not facts. They could care less about facts, especially the ones that do not support their worldview of a God. So anytime someone asks you if you've read the Bible, the answer is, I don't have to read the Bible to know that there's no such thing as a magic man in the sky, that there's no such thing as a talking snake or a talking donkey or a man capable of rising up from the grave. And when they start to explain it to you, say, I've heard it all before. Dismiss them, because when you ask them if they've read Charles Darwin's book on the origins of species, they tell you, no, I don't have to read that book to know I didn't come from monkeys. Well, and then they won't let you start to talk about the fact that we did come from monkeys. They just ignore you, get mad, and storm off. But they're only getting mad so they can storm off, so they don't have to listen to the facts of the matter. Remember, the answer to have you read the Bible will have you read. I'll read the Bible when you read and understand Charles Darwin's The Origin of Species. When you can come back and tell me what that book says, then I'll read your mythological Bible. But I have read Mother Goose. Till next time, this is the godless anti-theist saying, let's get active. Let's stop hiding in the closet. Let's stop sitting on our ass. Let's get active. Let's get out there. Let our presence be known.